Okay, so we're looking right here at word problems, writing linear systems from a context. The senior class at high school A and high school B planned separate trips to the water park. The senior class at high school A rented and filled 14 vans and 16 buses with 1,086 students. That's a big senior class. High school B rented and filled 10 vans and 13 buses with 870 students. Every van had the same number of students in it as did the bus. Find the number of students in each van and each bus. Okay, so first of all, we've been using X and Y, correct? Okay, so we've got, what two things are we trying to find?
How many kids are on each van?
In each van and in each? Okay, so let's make X equal to vans, number of students in vans, and Y then is going to equal the number of students in the bus. Okay. So, how many vans does school A have?
18.
How many vans does school A have?
No, I don't know. 14.
14. So we're going to go 14x. And how many buses? Plus 16 buses equals how many students in high school A? 1,086? Okay, let's look at high school B. How many vans did they fill?
10.
How many buses?
13.
How many students?
870.
Do you see how I have two equations right there?
Yeah.
Okay, now we have to decide. Do we want to do this by elimination? Do we want to do it by substitution? Or do we want to do it by graphing? Okay, if we're doing it by elimination, I'm going to tell you right now, we're going to have to times both of these by something, okay? You going to be okay with that?
Yeah.
Okay, what should we times the top one by?
13.
We want to times the top one by 13, that's fine. So what should the bottom one be times by?
Negative 6.
-16. Okay, so we're just going to distribute. 14 times 13 gives me 182x plus 16 times 13 gives me 208y. Don't forget to multiply the last one by it. 1,086 times 13 gives me 14,118. Don't be worried about how big the number is. That doesn't make 14,118. Okay, next one. We're going to do negative 16.
Wait, hold on. Oh, okay.
Negative 16 times 10 is negative 160. X. Negative 16 times 13 is negative 280y. Good, because we want to cancel that. 870 times negative 16 gives me 13,920. Okay, now is y going to cancel out?
Yes.
Yes. So now we're going to just add straight down. 182 plus a negative 160 gives me 22x. 14,118 minus 13,920 gives me 198, 198. Now what do I do to find out what x is? Divide by 22, good. So x equals 198 divided by 22 gives me 9. So how many people are in each van?
I'm still doing the times.
9. Okay, I'm going to plug it in. It doesn't matter which one I plug it into. I'm going to do the second one. Okay, so I'm going to get 900 plus 13y equals 870. I'm going to subtract. Okay.
Did you get 342?
No?
182 plus negative 160.
182 plus negative 160 is 22. Because one's negative, one's positive, right?
Oh, yeah. So that's the number.
So I'm going to get 13y equals 30. 30 divided by 13 gives me 2.3.
Negative 30.
Yes. I'm getting the wrong answer here, too, because it doesn't make sense. Why would there be 9 people on the van and only 2.3 on the bus? So let's look at this again. All right, did I do my multiplication right? These are all correct? And then 182 minus 160 is 22. This gives me 198. Let me check it. 14,118 minus 13,920 gives me 198. Divide that by 22. I do get 9.
Yeah.
Okay. 10 times 9 is 90. Oh, I subtracted. It's 90, not 900. Wow, guys. Okay. 870 minus 90 is 708. Oh, this makes so much more sense.
Wait.
780. 10 times 9 is not 900. It's 90.
No, yeah, I'm aware of that. Yeah.
I did not do it right. So I subtract 90 from both sides. I get 780. And then 780 divided by 13 is 60. Oh, that makes sense. So we're just going to write it out. 60 people on a bus. 9 people on a van. 9 people in a van, yeah. What are we confused about, Abby?
I'm like, I'm at like the 10 times 9 equals 870.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So 10 times 9 is 90, right?
Yep. Plus 13.
So subtract 90 from both sides.
Oh, yeah.
Divide by 13. Okay. Should we set up one other problem
Yeah.
so that you guys can try it for your homework and have another example?
Yeah.
Okay. The school that Amani goes to is selling tickets to an annual dance competition. On the first day of ticket sales, the school sold 3 senior citizen tickets, 3 child tickets for a total of $69. The school took in $91 in the second day by selling 5 senior tickets and 3 children's tickets. What are the prices of 1 senior ticket and 1 child ticket? Okay, so what do I want my variables to be, guys?
Okay, give me a second.
So we need X and Y. What are my variables?
X should be senior citizen.
1 senior ticket. Price, money, 1 senior ticket. And what's Y then?
Child.
Okay.
Or whatever it's called.
Price of 1 child's ticket. Okay. How many were sold on the first day of each?
3 senior.
So that should be 3X plus how many children's tickets were sold on the first day?
3.
3Y equals $69. Okay. And then the second day?
Let's say,
5 what?
5 senior.
Equals. Okay. There are your 2 equations. That should be much easier to do by elimination, right? Okay. So solve it, find out what X and Y is. Do you want to set up any others? I could, but I don't want to. I want you to try some of them. Okay, so I'm going to give you guys a little hint for these. See how it says what to find? It almost always tells you to find 2 things. Because it does tell you to find 2 things. So one of them has to be the X and one of them has to be the Y, okay? So for the next one, it's speed of the plane, speed of the wind. So one should be X, one should be Y, right? If it tells you dimes and nickels, one will be X, one will be Y. All right, this is your homework. You have the rest of the hour to work on this.